Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity was founded at Howard University in Washington, D.C., January 9, 1914, by three young African American male students. The founders, Honorable A. Langston Taylor, Honorable Leonard F. Morse, and Honorable Charles I. Brown, wanted to organize a Greek letter fraternity that would truly exemplify the ideals of brotherhood, scholarship, and service.
I was just thinking about when I first joined Phi Beta Sigma in 1971, and I became the second generation because my father was a lifetime member of Phi Beta Sigma. And Phi Beta Sigma was always impressive to me as I grew up because of the leadership that was taking place in the community by the men of Sigma. They were always very active in the community. They were always very active on the college campus, and they did a lot of things to help a lot of families. And to me, that was always very impressive that they were more concerned with the community and with other people than they were with just the fraternity and themselves. So over the years, I have tried to carry out that same tradition of cultural service and service for humanity, because Phi Beta Sigma is an organization that is well known for being down to earth and helping out other people in need.
The founders deeply wished to create an organization that viewed itself as part of the general community rather than apart from the general community. They believe that each potential member should be judged by his own merits, rather than his family background or affluence, without regard to race, nationality, skin tone, or texture of hair. They desired for their fraternity to exist as part of an even greater brotherhood, which we would be devoted to the inclusive we rather than the exclusive we. We are an alumni group and we are postgraduates. We're always available to our undergraduates and on any campus that's near Alpha Delta Sigma to mentor them in choosing courses, choosing academic careers, and then as they graduate and get out into the business world, kind of partner with them to help give them guidance in their interviewing processes and finding them employment and finding them enriching opportunities outside of college.
Culture for service and service for humanity. That's the fraternity's motto. That's also my personal motto. I really believe that service is the rent we pay for the time we spend here on earth. Everything that we do ought to be focused on how can we serve others. I really think that's a real key of leadership, servant leadership. It's not about having others serve us, it's how we can serve others. So whether it's serving in a fraternity, whether it's serving in the community, on a board, everything we do ought to be geared towards serving others.
I am a big community supporter. I preach and strive on reaching out to kids in the community to try to make our community better, which our founders founded our organization off of community service. So one of the things that I have been striving for with the motto in my day-to-day life is community service. I put on an annual health fair with the fraternity every year, which one of the goals are to get teenage kids tested for STDs and HIV. The other thing that I use it do my day-to-day is when I'm at work. I'm a strong union person where I push to make sure the work environment is right. So that's another thing for us. It's not community service, but when you're working, it's like a big community at your job. So I use that in my day-to-day work environment. I try to just strive on community service. I think that's what God built me for, and that's the reason I guess I became a Sigma, because I'm into community service. I think everybody should reach out to your communities. Basically, if you're a person that loves to give back, then you should reach out to your community.
Today, Phi Beta Sigma has blossomed into an international organization of leaders, no longer a single entity. Members of the fraternity have been instrumental in the establishment of Phi Beta Sigma National Foundation, the Phi Beta Sigma Federal Credit Union, and the Sigma Beta Club Foundation. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority, founded in 1920 with the assistance of Phi Beta Sigma, is the sister organization of the fraternity. In 1950, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity became the Greek organization to develop a youth auxiliary group. Under the direction of Dr. Parlett L. Moore, the Sigma Beta Club was found. Brother Moore was concerned about our changing needs in our communities and recognized the important role that Sigma men could play in the lives of our youth.
Phi Beta Sigma has made a difference in my life is when I was acting up in school and my uncle got me into the program and I went for the first thing, and then they showed me something different to do instead of hanging with the wrong crowd and being outside in the wrong area. Then we started doing fundraisers like car washes, and we went out of town. It was just different stuff to do instead of doing the same thing that everybody else was doing.
The Sigma Beta Club's 4 major principles of focus are on culture, athletics, social, and educational needs. The Sigma Beta Club offers a unique opportunity to develop values, leadership skills, and social, cultural awareness in our youth during their developmental years. Sigma Beta Club are geared to meet the needs of its members, but at the same time, they provide them with a well-rounded outlook that is needed to cope with today's society. Phi Beta Sigma is confident that investing in our youth today will produce the effective leaders of tomorrow.
Education has always been one of the national programs associated with Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. It was one of the things that I think drawn me closer to the organization. I think Sigma has always strived to make a point of ensuring that educating young minds continues. We do several things. Locally here, Alpha Delta Sigma awards a scholarship on an annual basis, minimally $500, and it could go as high as $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, just depending on the number of applicants that we have. That money is strictly targeted for those individuals, high school seniors that are headed to college. Nationally, one of the programs that impresses me the most, and it's a new program, what we are doing is ensuring that our brothers that are currently in school continue to be in school. The National Director of Education, Cheryl Gilbert, has instituted a program, and it's been in place for 2 years, where they have awarded dollars to brothers that are in graduate school as well as in undergraduate school, and it's afforded brothers the opportunity to continue their education even beyond the undergraduate level. The Southwestern region particularly this year had approximately 7 brothers in the top 20 that were awarded a minimum of about $1,500. So we not only are ensuring that the next generation is going to continue and be educated, but we're also ensuring that those brothers that have already made the decision to be part of this illustrious organization continue to educate themselves so that they too can continue to contribute.
The men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated believes in higher education and supports students who continue on to better themselves. We believe that all children are capable of learning and achieving at high standards. Culture and community conditions influence child learning. Parents are crucial partners in children's learning and need support to become better parents. As citizens, children and adults have the power to make a difference in their communities and be advocates for themselves. The men of Alpha Delta Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Incorporated would like to thank you all for attending our annual scholarship benefit. Your financial contributions will help any graduating high school aged male who meets all applicable requirements to attend an accredited institution of higher learning.